That was an abomination to the sport.
And unfortunately, I am with the majority here who thought that it wasn't the greatest game. Like, there wasn't that much effort that was shown on the court. This WNBA All-Star Weekend was my first in person. I felt like the players were so excited and happy to be there. They just didn't put that much effort on the court. And I also have to admit that I left during the third quarter. I just kind of couldn't take it anymore.
The WNBA All-Star Game was supposed to be a showcase of the league at its best, a celebration of women's basketball on the biggest stage. Instead, it became a brutal reminder of just how much the entire league leans on one player to stay.
Almost feel bad. Uncle Casey almost feels bad for the players in the WNBA. Yesterday was supposed to be a day of celebration. The rainbow flags were flying. The standard and supersized cucumbers were prepared. This was supposed to be a big weekend for pretend basketball.
When Caitlin Clark announced she'd missed the game with a groin injury, the entire All-Star Weekend collapsed like a house of cards in a hurricane. Empty seats, ticket prices nosediving, and fans mentally checking out before the second quarter even tipped off.
We see ticket prices dropping very fast. Folks, the get-in price, if you live in Indiana and you got nothing better to do, the get-in price, you might want to throw a couple 50, 60, 70 bucks just to get in to the WNBA All-Star Game, something to do.
This wasn't just another All-Star letdown. It was a full-blown exposure of the WNBA's Caitlin Clark dependency problem. And the numbers don't lie. When the dust settled on Team Collier's 151-131 win over Team Clark, one truth stood out. Without Caitlin Clark on the floor, the All-Star Game had all the excitement of watching paint dry in slow motion.
Lisa Collier's team was winning by over 20 points at halftime, and I was like, you know what? Like, let's watch Glorilla perform at halftime. Let's see if they come out a little bit stronger in the third quarter and start to play a little bit more defense. But the lead just got further and further away, and I decided to go back to the hotel and just get ready for my next event. I will say we did go to the game.
Nneka Collier shattered records with 36 points and earned MVP honors. But did anyone really notice? The arena had the energy of a library during finals week. The ticket price crash said it all. Before Clark's injury announcement, entry prices were $121 on TickPick.
Man, I'm disappointed. The WNBA All-Star Game was dumpster juice. Boo-boo water. Doo-doo water. You hear me? Whatever you want to call it. Man, that is... But the crazy thing is, what I did appreciate about the game was, my precious CC was the coach, and she was looking happy, and she was smiling ear to ear.
Within hours of the news that the 2025 SV Best WNBA player winner wouldn't be suiting up, ticket prices crashed from $121 down to just $64. A jaw-dropping 48% drop. That's not a market correction. That's a full-scale evacuation.
Going on. Caitlin Clark, she was officially ruled out before all of these things. And look at the news that dropped. This is wild. WNBA All-Star Weekend is supposed to be the star of all stars. All the big dogs is out. Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, everybody's out. The big dogs are out. You got the rookie, you got Angel Reese, Miss Me Too. All of the stars are here. And look at this news. The get-in price for the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis has dropped 48% from $121 to just $64 after news broke that Caitlin Clark won't be playing.
If you're enjoying this, hit subscribe. And it gets worse. Front Office Sports reported that the average ticket for Saturday's game was originally $262, the highest in WNBA All-Star history. But once fans realized Clark wouldn't be taking the court in Indianapolis, the secondary market turned into a fire sale. Courtside seats that had been going for over $1,000 were suddenly being practically given away.
Well, would you look at that? Prices for the WNBA All-Star Game have plummeted 49% after Caitlin Clark was ruled out due to injury, per TickPick. I can't say that I'm surprised by this at all. I mean, no matter how much you love her or hate her, Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA. When she goes, the ratings go. Simply put.
The visuals were even more telling than the numbers. Empty sections were scattered across Gainbridge Fieldhouse, not because fans were grabbing snacks or bathroom breaks, but because they'd shown up hoping to see magic and got a glorified pickup game instead. No defense, players launching four-pointers like NBA 2K sliders were maxed out. Caitlin Clark's absence didn't just hurt the game, it torpedoed the entire weekend's entertainment value. The woman who received over 1.29 million fan votes, the most in WNBA All-Star history, was stuck coaching from the sidelines in a "Pay Us What You Owe Us" t-shirt. The irony was brutal. How do you pay players their worth when your league's biggest draw can't even step on the court?
How are you gonna wear a shirt, "Pay us what you owe us," and then continue to play the worst fucking game I have ever seen in my life? Zero defense.
Caitlin Clark's absence from the WNBA All-Star events left a gaping void, affecting both the three-point contest and the Team Clark game. The Friday night three-point contest had promised a showdown between Clark and reigning champ Sabrina Ionescu, but without Clark, the excitement fizzled. Lexi Hall stepped in as a replacement. A solid player, yes, but trying to replicate Clark's star power and range was like watching a cover band play the Beatles. Respectable, but simply not the same. The energy, anticipation, and star power Clark would have brought were sorely missed, turning a once promising event into a lackluster display. Then came the All-Star game itself. Team Clark featured stars like Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Aya Wilson, but without Clark leading the charge, the squad looked out of sync from the opening tip. They struggled to find rhythm, trailed most of the game, and ultimately lost by 20 points. Their frustration was evident in every movement. Even on the bench, Clark's absence was impossible to ignore. The team played under the weight of what could have been, operating in the shadow of her missing brilliance.
They shot 58 threes. You hear me? Man, I don't agree with that. Wasn't nobody playing defense. See, there's a reason why they don't get paid what they supposed to get paid at the end of the day. You hear me? Like, come on now. Stop it. Like, play defense. Make it interesting. Like, be competitive. You hear me? Like, it ain't like y'all just don't be trying to hurt people for real. Just like in the NBA All-Star game, they be playing defense. They don't be hurting each other. I mean, they'll bruise each other a little bit, but come on now.
Team Collier, led by Nafisa Collier, set a milestone, the highest scoring All-Star game in league history, with a combined 282 points. But behind the flashy numbers, many viewers found the contest difficult, if not downright boring, to watch. The main issue? A total lack of competitive energy. Defense was nearly non-existent, turning the game into more of a casual shoot-around than a battle between the league's best. There was no physicality, no strategic matchups, and almost no drama. Players repeatedly launched shots from the newly introduced four-point line. Initially exciting, the gimmick quickly grew repetitive, pushing fans away rather than drawing them in. Many in the audience reportedly spent more time glued to their phones than the court. The game's shortcomings were underscored by looming TV ratings concerns. While final numbers hadn't been released, experts were already predicting a sharp drop from last year's record-breaking 3.44 million viewers.